Hey everybody, this is Dion Blanks with the Economic Empowerment Circle, and welcome back to another Wealth Wednesday. So today I'm going to talk about something that I see all the time, and it is when professional, especially women, because most of my clients are women, professional women, they achieve a certain level of success, especially first generation wealth builders, or the first people in your family kind of to earn as much money as you've earned. Along with that comes responsibility, and I definitely understand that, but what I am seeing is people trying to pour from an empty cup. And what I mean by that is whenever someone achieves in their family, a lot of times people come out of the woodworks, unfortunately, to ask for money on a consistent basis. And I call them June bugging them or Jane bugging them. And you know who I'm talking about. It may be, a cousin or aunt or uncle or someone who comes to you for assistance. Now, there is nothing wrong with being able to assist your family members whenever needed. As a matter of fact, it's an amazing feeling to be able to give back whenever you can. However, there are a couple of tips that I need you to have in order to be able to deal with situations where people are coming to you on a consistent basis, or they may be coming to you out of the blue for big loans, or not even loans. They may not even pay you back. So before you jump out there and just feel like you have to do this because of your situation, I want you to really take a step back and really start deep diving into how you can deal with this going forward. So a couple of tips here. The first one is for you to look at your personal finances first. So I want you to develop a cash flow plan for your household, because the first community that you have to take care of is the community that you created, i.e. your family, the people in your household, your children, and the people that you are responsible personally for taking care of. That comes first before you go out into, extended family, churches, organizations, anything like that. Please make sure that you handle your business and take care of the community that you created first. So with that, you'll create a cash flow plan. And of course, I'm here and I'm available to assist as a financial coach and counselor if you're not familiar with how to do that. But you'll need to create a plan to see exactly how much do you have to provide to family members who may need your assistance. That needs to be a part of your spending plan if, in fact, it is going to be necessary for you to contribute to a family member. Now, I'm not just talking about anyone who comes and asks for cash. I'm talking about especially older family members, such as, your grandmother or mother, or anyone who needs support and who really needs that assistance, for example, for prescription medicine that they may not be able to afford. If you are responsible for that, please go ahead and plan that into your cash flow plan or into your budget. That's going to be a line item from, this point on, so you might as well plan for it. So that's tip number one, is to evaluate your own spending, make provisions if it's going to be something on a consistent basis, and go ahead and budget that into your plan. And also ensure that the family and the community that you actually created is taken care of first, as opposed to lending money to family or friends who just may have called you and just needed assistance for whatever reason, and you're not prepared to do that. Make sure you take care of your own family first. Number two, I want you to make sure that you are digging deeper into the situation. So if there is, someone who is calling you on a consistent basis to borrow $25 a week or $50 a week, or whatever it may be, I want you to make sure that you not necessarily give them pushback, but just make sure that there is an understanding about exactly what's going on. If it's job loss, is it possible that you can better spend your time with them figuring out how to create a new resume, or help them find a new position, or use your resources in order to assist them dig to the root of the problem. If the issue is they have not properly budgeted for their household, then that's something that you can resolve. You need to sit down with them, ask them, hey, you got a second? Let's sit down and talk about how we can go over your cash flow for your household, see if there's anything that, you know, we can come up with as far as getting you back on the right track. Now, they may not like that, especially you getting into their business, but guess what? When they call you to borrow money, they're getting all up in your business as well. So that should not be a problem. If they're comfortable enough with you calling you, asking for money on a consistent basis, then they should be comfortable enough with you helping them to figure out, you know, what is the deeper issue here and get into the root of the problem. Thirdly, no is a complete sentence. No, N-O is a complete sentence. Now, you can dress it up. You can figure out how you can say it without hurting someone's feelings. You can figure out exactly how you're going to approach it. But the bottom line is, you do not have to feel obligated to give to anyone. That is not something that you have to take on as a responsibility, especially if you have you know, try to play your part as far as being resourceful to them and assisting them with trying to find out a way for them to either make more money or cut expenses, or doing what you can to assist them. If they are just frivolously spending, or you see them out here and they got on new shoes but still asking for borrowing money from you, no is a complete sentence. Tuck that in and keep it with you. You know, okay? Next, we are going to move on to coming together as a family and deciding on who is going to pay what. Just because you make the most in your family, perhaps, it does not mean that you need to foot the bill on everything. So I call these come to Jesus meetings. Come to Jesus meetings. We all gonna meet somewhere on a Sunday and calmly talk about all the things that are required. If you have an aunt or uncle or grandmother or someone who needs assistance with, for example, a property tax bill, y'all know this property tax bill comes due every single year. Sit down in advance, calmly, and see who is able to contribute what. Because if it's something that's a larger expense that needs to be accounted for, then come together and figure out how much every single month that everyone needs to contribute in advance in order to meet that bill. So come up with a plan for everyone at your Come to Jesus meeting and see exactly how you can come together and do this. Now, this is very new for a lot of people as far as talking about money with their family, but it needs to be done. In addition to that, last but not least, when you are with your family, please ensure that everyone has enough insurance to bury themselves. And this is not an easy topic to discuss. However, what's harder than this topic is when someone actually passes without insurance and you are left to set up a GoFundMe in order to pay for their burial, or you are the person that everyone comes to and expects to pay for the entire burial. Now, I bring this up because whenever you are more successful or you have income and a lot of people come to you for things, what they don't realize is burials are average between $10,000 and could go up to $20,000. And if they are coming to you and you haven't made sure or taken steps to even ask the question if people in your family have insurance, then guess what? You may be the one paying for, you know, this person or that person's expenses. So I hate to bring that up, but I want to make sure that we are properly prepared for anything that may come up as far as finances in our families. We really have to get this together, make sure that you have a trust in place and that you have things in order. So I know I went off a little bit about that, but I wanted to make sure that I gave tips to individuals who are experiencing this so you could better handle and prepare for things like this, and also so that you can actually focus on continuing to build wealth for you and the family that you created. So I hope that this has been a helpful Wealth Wednesday. Please let me know if I can assist you in any way as a financial coach or counselor. The link is below, and I look forward to talking to you next Wednesday. Have a good one.